Welcome back to the Tidarium Hangar. I'm coming at you with the weekly news and review for June 7th of 2020. A lot of great stuff coming for the Chug, Transformers. Hasbro's putting out some amazing looking figures. We've got some reveals after reveals after reveals. Really exciting this week. I got to clear a shelf off for all this stuff coming in. Also, even in the Star Wars world, there's some actual reveals. There's some rumors. We're going to get into all of that. And in the Masterpiece world, well, we might be losing Wei Zhang. I know that's a lot of you don't think of that as Masterpiece. And there's also a lot more information coming down the pipeline. Coming up. I'm going to get started with some stuff you can get at Show Z right now. This is on pre-order. Kotobukiya Brave Police J Deckard and Max Cannon model kit. So this kind of reminds me of kind of a cross between Flame Toys model kits and Voltron. This really does look cool. I don't know anything about the lore behind it. It's only going to be 4.33 inches tall, but it's $64. Sounds about like a Legends figure, right? Next up, they've got a Non-Zero Studio Firmament Knight model kit, which I think this thing just looks cool. Look at the big old swords. I don't know what this is from either, but I do think it looks really cool. Now this one's going to be about 6.5 inches tall, due out late November. I don't think it transforms or anything. I think it just is an action figure. And of course they have what is, I guess, the biggest Masterpiece news of the week, depending on how you look at it, is the movie Masterpiece Ratchet. I know a lot of people already said they know that's what the reveal is going to be this week, but it's going to come with 35 points of articulation, officially licensed Hummer H2 alt mode, 61 step, just a minor 61 step transformation. It's going to have a diecast parts in a Takara release. Diecast parts. Movable mouth and missiles, laser cannon, buzz saw, arm attachment. It's going to be about 7 inches tall. So if you're in on the Bayverse, this guy looks pretty cool. And the price about $120. And for MMC releases, I did kind of leave them out of Friday's video for the upcoming summer releases. So Azalea Recolor is already in stock at Show Z, shipping. Mine's on my way. And it looks to be a really good figure. I'm looking forward to her. And of course, I'm still looking forward to Takara's version. There's been a lot of question about MMC in the last 2 limbs to complete their Bruticus set. Here's the thing. I don't know for sure. TF Source says August. Toy Dojo, Chosen Prime, say June. I don't see them coming in June. That's just where I'm at. I think August is more realistic. But we do need to get this set completed. It's going to be exciting to get it done. A lot of people are waiting for it. Show Z shows they don't have a date. And usually Show Z knows a little bit more about the dates on this, and they don't know. So, I don't know. I'm guessing August. Zero One Studio is coming out with some awesome looking pictures of their Unicron. And the thing I want to say about this is, number one, this is some seriously good looking art to go along with this figure. It is a nice looking figure. I still feel it's a bit undersized, and for $400, very undersized for $400 in my opinion. But I'm still getting them. I do want to point out also that this figure, this is the first time they've released images of their Unicron with his head. Or with his head and you could say his cape or his planetary rings and those that come with the add-on set. But it looks cool because it looks like the eyes light up. Maybe that's a point I missed, or maybe that's just an exaggeration for the artwork. But it does look like his eyes light up. Did I miss that point somewhere along the line? Still a really cool looking figure. I love the artwork. Going to be an awesome release, and it's going to be shipping very, very soon. So I found some pictures of this Takara Diaclone Reboot DA58 Gigantoru. I don't know exactly what it's... I don't know what this is. But I think it looks really cool, and it comes with a lot of stuff. So I don't know price or any of that kind of stuff. This is Takara. It says Takara Diaclone Reboot. But I found this other picture too. I think this thing looks really cool. Can't wait to get more information about it. And MMC has put out a render of their U01 Stellaris Promenon, and I don't know if this is actually going to see the light of day either, but it's really cool that they did put it out. I know they made one of these, like Hasbro made this version of Prime, and I thought it looked okay. I liked the whole gimmick that they had, but I think this looks more accurate to the source material. And so if they do go forward with this and make this, of course, number one, it's a Prime, so a Prime will sell. And number two, it looks really good, so it's going to sell. And number three, I think people are going to want it. So there is a statue for a Prime 1 Studio for Optimus Prime coming out. And this is a nice looking statue. I do like the Optimus Prime with a shiny look. And I think the statue will do this character a lot of good. I know that I didn't like the iterations in plastic with no paint whatsoever, but when it's all painted up, this figure looks amazing. I actually have a friend who paints his, and I have more of an appreciation for Baver stuff because of his collection. It also has a bunch of light-up gimmick and LED illumination. See, this is what they're going to do. They haven't put out a price yet, so what they're going to do is they're going to get you all excited about the statue, and they're going to get you excited about the lights, and they're going to drop the $600-700 price point on you. Watch. Just watch that happen. Either way, it's still a good-looking statue, and even for someone who doesn't truly actively collect the Baver stuff, I have an appreciation for this. I think it looks great. So Lewin Resources is making a 12-inch Spike Witwicky, and he's going to have swappable hands and lots of accessories. But there's two things that perplex me about this. First of all, why is it 12 inches tall? So if they put it next to anything else, Lewin Resources, they made that Optimus Prime. Would this 12-inch one scale with their Lewin Resources Optimus Prime? Will it actually fit inside of his chest or in the cab? Okay, so Lewin Resources Optimus Prime is a KO oversized. The MP10 mold is 28 inches tall. So this is 12 inches tall. So a little over a third of the size. So I don't know if that would scale correctly. Alright, so we got a little Q&A from Fans Toys here. So take it with a grain of salt. Of course, always, when you get this kind of stuff, I mean, this is literally from the horse's mouth. But anyway, number one, are you thinking of remaking Stomp in any color release for people who missed them? The answer on that one was no recolor version, no reissue plan, soon, maybe later. So I know Stomp is getting up there in price. If you really want to complete your Fans Toys Dinobots, that's definitely a good looking figure to have it. On the flip side, I went with Giga, so that was fine with me. Are you thinking of doing Cesium and X colors? Now, I would like to get a hold of a Cesium. I'm not going to lie about that. And that's just a flat out no. I think that they are done with Cesium and done with that whole venture in the Perfect Fusion line. That's just a belief of mine. Number three, since Aerialbots are left behind with no updates of the last two, will you reveal them soon? No, not soon. We're working on the last two. This makes me wonder how long they're going to drag out the Aerialbot set, which, by the way, is my favorite set of the two that they're working on right now, so I'm excited about that. Number four, what about the older projects, FT21 Berserk and FT25 that's left behind? Will you solve the problems in the near future? Here's an interesting thing. These two will have some update in the next year. I'm seeing September for releases on these figures on a lot of different sites. So they almost made my summer list. They were just missing by a month. And yet they're talking next year, like 2021. I don't know if they're going with the fiscal year and they're not looking at the calendar year. So a lot of this stuff could be misconstrued. But those figures been waiting. People are waiting on them for 3-4 years now. Let's wait 5. So, another news report, and I really think it's valid news, but it is actually something I'm going to classify as rumor again. But Wei Zhang shut down. They were raided for having some Iron Man thing that they made, a KO of an Iron Man. Now, here's the thing. They're messing with Wei Zhang, but don't they usually KO oversize their stuff? They're the ones that did the KO oversize of the Titan Return Headmasters. Now, I think they failed in that one because they didn't make them to Masterpiece scale. If they went up to Masterpiece scale, I think they really would have, those would have sold like crazy. They could have charged even a little bit more than they would have worked for fillers. but they can't oversize them from Deluxe to Voyager. They're responsible for making all the improvements to an MP10 to almost the perfect MP10 version, except for the fact that it's oversized. It's too big. They didn't make it the same size to actually compete with what they're copying, the actual 9-inch Masterpiece scale. And they made the affordable and fun to play with Ultima Guard Omega Supreme. So this company is a good company that makes stuff that we want, and they got shut down more or less by Disney over something along the lines with an Iron Man, and now we're going to lose the Transformers one. Maybe they'll just come back with 4 different new names. So I saw this and I thought that's old news, and I literally just got done talking about that. But no, it's not old news. McFans Toys just released their Iron Sky, and now they're doing a recolored Iron Sky, different color scheme. I don't know what color scheme I like more, to tell you the truth. I think the first one they put out looks closer to the animation. The right one was closer to toy. Is that how it goes? And so this is a pretty good looking figure though. Here's the difference in the train mode, and going with kind of an all black versus the purple. And so I might even get both. I'm kind of torn myself. And here it is in the shuttle mode. I think that they did good work. I mean, it's not 100% perfect. Legends gets a pass because they're so small. I still think they did a great job. It actually looks better than what Hasbro did with theirs, in my opinion. We've got more pictures of the Magic Square Sound Blaster and Sound Wave and a couple of cassettes, and they do look good. By the way, you're getting the Rumble and you're getting the Auto Scout. I think it's what it's called now. You're getting those with Soundwave. You're not getting Laserbeak. But Laserbeak's coming and they're showing off. I mean, they really are showing off because this looks good. This looks even better than the larger, the double the size, or maybe triple the size Masterpiece versions. And they're so small and they look so good. I might actually be a little more excited about the tapes than I am even about the Soundwave, because the tapes we've gotten with every other Soundwave are just, I don't want to say garbage, but there's so little to them that they don't feel right. This feels right, and it looks right. So are you wanting to know what I need to clear my shelf off for my Chug stuff? Yes, we're getting an Earthrise Soundwave. Yes, we are getting an Earthrise Soundwave. And he looks good. That's a good looking Soundwave. I don't know how much it shares, or if it shares what the Siege version. I really do need to do a better comparison of those. And here's what they look like. The reason the pictures look so terrible is because they are unofficial pictures snapped by some insider, and they just leaked out, so it's leaked information. But it does look like there's a lot of parts that are being reused in this, a couple of new parts and a new paint scheme, or it's a hoax, but I don't think it's a hoax. I think it's pretty official, and it looks good. I mean, the Siege one looked good too. I just think this one looks a lot cleaner. I kind of like them cleaner. We also got a picture of the Top Gun Maverick, which is going to be a Studio Series version of what appears to be a Seeker, maybe a Blitzwing. I don't know what they're doing with it, but it's going to be a Top Gun tie-in, I guess. I never heard about this, but now I guess I did hear about it. And Transformers X 2020. Can I hear Leader 1, anyone? So Cyclonus was leaked out, and I have to admit, this thing looks good. Now, there was a Generations 30th anniversary. I don't know what era it came out, but there was one, and it was deluxe scaled. I think this one will be Voyager scale. It looks good. Obviously, his legs are partially transformed, so they're shorter than they should be. But the mold, the face, everything looks good. This thing is not fully painted yet. This isn't really ready to go. This is super prototype sample. I don't know how it leaked out. I don't even know if this should have leaked out. But then again, it could be a tactic to get everyone excited because, well, it's working, right? Here is alt mode. Very clean. Looks very good. Looks really nice. I'm excited for it, and I can't wait to compare it to all the other iterations. Alright, so we got our first Conehead shot here. Really looks good. Not a big surprise in any way, shape, or form, but possibly we're not going to have quite the lower leg kibble that we did with Starscream. Not showing how the head's going to look though, so it's partially transformed like all these other pictures. Still, this is going to be a good release. We also got an Earthrise Megatron in-box shot here. Looks pretty cool. He does look better than the Siege one, and I think the Siege one was pretty good. I wonder if we'll ever get the cartoon animation kind of one that we got as the Walmart release. Will we get this mold in that? And it is a new mold. Very little reused parts, but still, yeah, it looks cool. I just don't think people are going to be too excited about this Megatron because we've been flooded with Megatron for a while and all the different releases. So, yeah, probably not the most exciting figure. Another Super Granny leaked out reveal. Now, so this one here is Hubcap. It looks to me like they took the Cliff Jumper mold and painted it yellow. It's maybe a different head, but the thing about it is that if they're gonna go Bumblebee this route, I was kind of hoping for a different mold for Bumblebee. Maybe I'm gonna get disappointed on that one, but still, in the end, it's gonna be cool. It looks good. Cliff Jumper's a good figure. I like the engineering that went into it. I like how it works and operates. It's fine. It's fine. I'm still a little sad about the $20 price point though. We're seeing some pictures of Sleep Mode Optimus Prime showing up, and looks pretty good next to the other Optimus Prime. I do have an issue with this Sleep Mode Optimus Prime. I don't know why, but I was hoping that there would be an option to get him maybe without a trailer. And I know the first shot showed him with a trailer. But I was hoping there'd be an option. I don't know why I was thinking that, but it's probably gonna be the $50 price point just to get another bland trailer. Disappoints me. It would have made a lot more sense to put this one out at the $30 price point, but then again, it's just the way things are. Here's a picture of Prime next to Prime sleeping. No, he's not sleeping. He's dead. I think a lot of people are really excited about this 2-pack of Skywarp and Thundercracker. Here's the thing about these guys. They are going to be a Target exclusive. Some people are concerned that it's going to be hard to find simply because the other iterations from the Siege were hard to find. Here he is with Starscream and the 2-pack. And there's some comparisons I'm going to be showing you. Got a lot of great pictures here. Here they are as a team. I think that looks good. And I'm not as off-put by the side fins on the side of their legs as I was with Starscream for whatever reason. Maybe in hand it'll bother me more, but that was really my biggest concern with Starscream. With these, I think it looks a little bit better. Here they are as a team in alt mode. Looks really good. Here they are with a group shot. And this is Classics, them, and the Tetra Jets. So if you already got the Tetra Jets of them, then there's a good reason to have both. That Tetra Jet design, I think it looks good. It's not a perfect Tetra Jet, but it's the best that we've got for the price. Not bad. And here's a nice big group shot of Earthrise in the back, I believe. Yeah, Earthrise in the back, Siege in the middle, and in the very front is Classics, the smaller deluxe size versus the Voyager size. Nice picture. So we got some pictures of Skylynx, the Commander class. He's a good boy. I think it does look good. It really does a lot more than what the Titan Returns version does. I think it does look great. Here he is playing with Devi, but with this you can kind of get the idea of the size. He's not going to be huge, but that's a pretty good size. A couple of pictures of the shuttle mode and takeoff. I think that does look interesting for a display. Here it is all cleaned up, nice clean, tight look. I actually like that more, although the other one seems a little more interesting. I like the clean look the best. A couple more pictures of Titan Returns Scorponite. Get your pre-orders in on this guy. I'm starting to see that I don't see Omega Supreme anywhere. And it's gone up in price the few places I do see it, so maybe this thing will have the same Omega Supreme kind of deal where he gets more expensive over time. For the longest time, these Titans were getting cheaper. They go on sale and be real cheap. I just never caught Omega on a good sale. Maybe I missed it maybe, but this guy here, I got mine pre-ordered, so I do not miss out. If you want this guy, I'd pre-order it. A couple more pictures of Trailbreaker. This is the official Earthrise version. I think it looks really good. I'm really pleased with Hoist. I'm very happy. For the $20 price point, that's an excellent figure. This appears to be an excellent figure. I think that there's a great value behind these figures. So, for some Star Wars news, I'm hearing the Black Series Stormtrooper Commander is showing up. I'm still thinking this is the old style, the old body style of the Stormtrooper. And, of course, I haven't heard anything specifically about that, but it seems to be along the release line that they haven't released the new body style Stormtrooper just yet. So, there it is. So the extremely expensive, overly priced Purge Trooper is getting a reissue, so if you want to get that Purge Trooper, try to secure a pre-order through GameStop, because that seems to be a hot figure these days. Now, Darth Nihilus is coming to EB Games as part of their gaming greats, and it is probably going to go to GameStop too, of course, but I've actually never heard of this character. I don't know how I missed it. But it's a pretty cool looking figure, a pretty cool looking character, so I'll probably definitely have to get that one. But the fun part of this week's news is all the rumors floating around, so of course they're rumors, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're true at all. Black Series Cad Bane, that's a cool looking dude. I've always thought that was an interesting character, and it was one of the characters I didn't think that they would do in 6-inch, but they are doing them in 6-inch, theoretically, if this rumor is true. But another rumor is Endor characters. So a Leia, Luke, and a Han in Endor. So this is going into more Return of the Jedi. I know 19 had a lot, in 2019, lots of Return of the Jedi releases, and so it doesn't surprise me, although we're in kind of the year of Empire Strikes Back, I still think this is a great idea. These are great figures. Of course, the main characters always sell well. I don't know if they should be focusing on lesser popular characters that to fill out a shelf, maybe? I don't know about you, but I'm picturing Han in his trench coat. I wonder if it's a removable trench coat. I wonder if it's a soft good. That would be interesting to find out. The last on the rumor list is the Incinerator Trooper. Now this picture is a picture of Hot Toys because this rumor list doesn't have pictures of the actual product. So I figure why not look at the Hot Toys one. But if they do make a Black Series Incinerator Trooper, I think it would be cool. Again, we'd be getting all these different Stormtroopers that are just slightly different paint decos, but that still is interesting in a way. Let me know what you think about this week's weekly news and review. What else is going on this week that I didn't cover? Because I'd like to know. Like, subscribe to Darren Painter. Out.